radio station called Warp Radio. I used to stalk a guy named Lee Abrams. He started a company called XM. I used to chase him around a floor of conferences and say, I've got this little tour, let's do this radio show. I think it'd be really important, it'd be a lifestyle, and he would blow me off. Then Sirius, we would go to Sirius every year. We'd come here and we'd go up to that nice tall building up there, I think on 57th Street and 5th Avenue. And I'd pitch them on a Warp Tour radio idea, and they go, we have no money, or we can't start anything because we gave Howard Stern all our money this year. And I said, there's a lot of kids out there that would back something called Warp Radio where we got lifestyle and music. So there's a guy named Tom Likas who does radio out in LA, and there's a whole thing he's doing. I met with him last week, and we've been in a rush to kind of put this together, announce, but he's doing a new thing with this whole new internet radio. Well, you guys know internet radio because you're press. There's like 30,000 internet radio stations, but really like 30 that people listen to. There's a consolidation of these stations coming together, and they're finding other people with like-minded ideas or fan bases, and I think we're going to get an opportunity, and we're calling it, our channel is going to be called the New Normal Warp Channel. So we're launching a radio station. And you know, now I think with everyone with apps that go on their phones that they're able to listen to radio, we funded as a tour, we're funding it, they're putting some money behind creating a radio station that we hope goes year-round that can support Warped Tour audiences. And I've spent more time than I ever wanted to learning about the laws of how much music you can put on the internet without getting in trouble. So we're going to be launching that this summer. Our eco program continues to grow. We just made a new deal with mycellphones.com. That's like kids can deliver their old cell phones because that's the fastest growing point of e-waste out there in the world is cell phones. You know, we got computers, we got that, but everyone, everyone changes a cell phone every 6 months. So we're going to collect your cell phones. We founded an organization that will pay my foundation, Unite the United. It's a foundation, and we're going to be able to donate back to money to people that support the Warped Tour. It's going to help Music Saves Lives. It's going to help keep abreast. It's going to help Shirts for Cancer. It's going to help a lot of people. So we're just going to keep doing the Warped Tour, and until people stop coming, or you guys stop coming, which I'm stoked. This kind of fires me up. It's been a hard year for me personally, but you know what? We're here tonight, and let's all have a great time, and we're around for questions, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for making this so warm and coming to this show.
Just take the mic for a second. I just wanted to ask, this venue, does this give you encouragement, and are wheels turning to book this venue?
My wheels are always turning. No, to book this venue, to be honest, it was when Steve said this, I had no idea that it would be so cool. I mean, it's fun for me in the lobby to run into Christian Asoy and Steve Salva and everyone, and just, Ray Barbie was just talking, and have a bunch of skaters back involved in Warped because they were there at the beginning, and we still keep the skate thing going with the amateur contests and everything we do, but to have some of the old school guys out tonight's a great time.
And with that being said, is there any more ideas of more integration in the tour itself, knowing that you have this newfound connection with
I would love to. It's hard with action sports though, because those guys are actually making money on nuclear. They're like, when we started out on the Warped Tour, I loved when I talked to Kerry Hart or those guys, and they go, it was so cool when you used to pay us $800 a week. It was the only time we ever made money. And now those guys have actually become like Blink-182 or some of the bands that maybe had started on Warped Tour. They make a lot more money. It doesn't make sense for them to be here, but their roots were here. And so for them to acknowledge that they were part of this is all you can do. And it's always trying to figure out sports, but it's hard to, Extreme Yo-Yo, we started that one year. We brought those guys out. I don't know. It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, you mentioned that it was personally a hard year for you. Can you elaborate at all?
Yeah, physically, your body, I've been doing this now with 30 years in the music business. We used to work at the Barricades, used to work 300 shows a year. Just, it's personally hard. And it's hard, sometimes, it's hard to see some of the ways the business is going. I mean, people are getting desperate out there, and there's a whole new breed of people. There's young kids forming the new music scene in Bloomington, Indiana, and meeting them. But some of the old school music people are, people you trusted in your life that, you don't know how to, you have to check up on them. It sucks. Okay. Sure. Oh, okay. What are we doing?